Okay, I'm going to make a statement, and I'll explain to you later. You'll get the drift later what I mean. Okay, the statement is, will the real chump stand up? Okay. Now, I know I'm standing, okay, so I guess I'm part of the chump group, but I guess, you know, whatever. But I'll explain to you later what I mean by that. Okay, I want to talk to you first, start out talking about the elections, you know, politicians running for office, you know. And I'm not getting this, I'll be honest with you, I am not getting this. Now, number one, these guys that run for public office, you know, they're well-educated people, very well-educated people. Go to major universities, get high-level degrees, you know, expensive educations. But the thing I don't get is that being as bright as they are spending hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars for a job that might pay $100,000 a year. I mean, for some guy who can spend $5 million bucks to get elected to a position that might give him 100 grand a year. And at the top end of it, okay, these guys will probably spend maybe $500–600 million for a job that pays $400,000 a year. There's something I'm not getting. You know, I'm not the brightest, I'm not, you know, the smartest guy in the world, but 2 and 2 should equal 4. There's something here that I am not getting. If somebody else knows the answer, let me know about it. Okay, now, let me paint a scenario for you. This is what's happened during the elections. First of all, before the election starts, people come around, knock on your doors, bother the life out of you. Would you sign this petition for such and such candidate who wants to run for this particular office? So you don't know who the hell the guy is or whatever, you know, but you get rid of this kid that's coming around, you say, yeah, I'll sign it, put your name on there, you know. You're not obligated to vote for the guy, you know. But anyway, you get rid of the guy you're watching in the middle of a television program, you know, whatever it is. Okay, then when they finally get on the ballot and they're running for this office, okay, then they bother the life out of you again. They knock on your doors, they introduce themselves, the candidates that is. Well, would you vote for me? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know. Yeah, and they bother, they interrupt your television programs, they interrupt you while you're eating dinner, things like that. Or you get these mechanical telephone calls, you know, blah, 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 yakety, yakety, yak. But here's the thing, on all their commercials and all their advertising, you get all this advertising, the mail, I mean, I can't believe it, save a tree, you know. And it seems that they all call each other, by these, I got a cold. They all call each other louts, lowlifes, creeps, maniacs. In other words, the 2 guys that are running for the same office, they call each other this. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, whoever wins this election, I am going to have some maniac, some lout, some creep, some lowlife that's going to be voting on things that affect my way of life. Our way of life, you know. But anyway, then all of a sudden they tell you, send them money for their campaign so they can get elected, you know. Build up a campaign cash, a stash of cash, you know. And people do it. People send them money, okay. I'm not saying it's bad to, I mean, if you want to, fine, you know, like, go for it, you know. But people send them money, you know. And then it comes time to vote, okay. Voting day comes around, and it's our obligation to go vote. You should go vote. Free country, you should vote, no question about it. But what do? We get up extra early in the morning before we go to work so we can go vote, okay? And after work, if we haven't voted in the morning, even if we have voted in the morning, in certain places in the country, maybe this happens, you're finished with work, and before you go home and have dinner, you're dog tired, you want to go home and eat, but you got to go vote. Because the polls are staying open just so you can get there and vote. And who you're voting for, they tell you, I'm not saying it, they say that the guys that creep, a lout, a maniac, a lowlife, that they're calling each other that, so I guess that's who we're voting for. Whether it's this guy or that guy, that's who we're going to get. Okay, now, what I'd like to see is, because we have to do all these things, we waste our gas and go polling, they bother us, they this, they that. I want to go back from what I understand happened back in the day. I wasn't in voting age at that time, but from what I understand, the people used to get a couple bucks for a vote. I know it's illegal, but I think that's what happened, or they got a chicken or a turkey. Okay, now why I think that they should go back to that thing, that way of doing things, because these maniacs, these fools that we're electing, okay, they get paid to vote. Okay, what is their entire job? Their entire job is to sit on their butt in a nice cushy leather chair in a big chambers, big hall, and they push a lever or push a button, pull a lever to vote on legislation, you know, bills, things that come up. So that's all they do. That is what they do. They get paid to vote, okay? So I don't know why the hell we shouldn't get paid to vote. We're putting ourselves out. We're running here and there. They're bothering us. They're interrupting our dinner. They're nagging at us, and they're always at us, you know, in the mail and the telephone and on television. They interrupt our programs, the advertising. We should get paid to vote. Give us $1 or $2 for a vote. Give us a chicken or a turkey. Right now, all we're getting is a goose. Now I think you'll understand. Will the real chump or chumps stand up?